Hi everyone, welcome to Monica's Singapore Kitchen. Today I will be making spiral curry puffs. It is also known as Karipap Pusing in Malaysia and Singapore. Pusing means a spiralized pattern in Malay. The spiral patterns are created by two different doughs, the water dough and the oil dough, which makes these curry puffs crispy, flaky and crumbly. I will be filling them with spicy, sweet and savory chicken potato rendang, shaped into crescent shape and then deep fried. These are truly delicious Asian snack. Come along with me to see how these spiral curry puffs are prepared. First, let's make the filling. So we have 2 tablespoons of oil. Heat the oil up, and then we are going to cook our chicken breast. I have cut these chicken breasts into 1 cm cubes, something like this. You can use other parts of the chicken like the chicken thighs as well. So stir fry this until it is white. Okay, once it has turned white, add in the potatoes. I have got russet potatoes here. You can use other types of potatoes as well, but I think russet potato is just right because it is very creamy. And then this is the Rendang Paste. I cooked it by myself, and then you can find the recipe in the link at the description box below. You can also use the store-bought variety. So once everything is mixed nicely like this, what we have to do now is to add a little bit of coconut cream. I have about a box of it, which is about 200 milliliters of coconut cream. So seasonings, 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of chicken powder. So next we add about half a cup of water. So we're going to cover this and slowly simmer for about 10 minutes. So 10 minutes later, it looks a little bit more dry, and what we need to do is to test and see whether our potato is cooked. So when you press it gently like this, you can see that it gives, it sort of it breaks easily. So that's the time to say that our filling is cooked. So we mash it randomly so that we have a combination of mashed creamy potatoes and some unmashed ones. This is the turmeric and lime leaves, which I have cut into slivers. The lime leaves impart a strong citrusy and zesty note, while the turmeric leaves releases a spicy lemon-like fragrance to our rendang filling, so characteristic of rendang chicken. So looks like our filling is ready. So we are going to put this aside and cool it. So while our filling is cooling, let's have a look at the doughs. 2 doughs, water dough and oil dough. So for the water dough, we need all-purpose flour, sugar, and oil. So stir all these 3 ingredients together first. So add in the water a little bit at a time while stirring. So our aim is to gather all these bits of flour together to form a rough ball. So eventually you can see that the bowl is clean and we have got a rough dough ball. And the thing is that at this point the dough is still relatively stiff. You can see that it's quite stiff. No problem. We can just rest it for 10 minutes. Cover with cling wrap. So 10 minutes later, our water dough become a little bit softer, so it becomes smooth even after just a few kneads. You can see that it is a lot more relaxed at this point. So you can see it's nice and smooth, our dough ball, and it's a lot softer. Yep. So now we can just cover it with cling wrap and we'll rest it for a further maybe 30 minutes. Yeah, we'll rest it for 30 minutes. So let's make our oil dough. So for the oil dough, there are only 2 ingredients. We'll use all-purpose flour and cooking oil. So mix these 2 ingredients together. So once you see that the flour has been completely mixed with the oil, then we can go in with our hand and then gather all the bits and pieces together. Just press them together to form a ball. Okay, cover it with cling wrap and put it aside. So here is our water dough. It has been resting for 30 minutes. So time to get it out to work on it. Alright, so we are going to roll it into a cylinder. Then divide this dough into 6 equal pieces. Each piece is about 120 grams. So take each piece and roll it into a ball. And put it aside. Do the same for all the others until you reach the last ball. Remember to cover with cling wrap to prevent the balls from drying out. So this is our oil dough. So we're going to do the same thing. We'll take it out, roll it into, or rather press it into a cylinder. Yep, just press and roll into a cylinder. And then we're going to divide it into 6 equal parts as well. Each part is about 50 grams. So normally, in fact most of the time, the water dough is heavier or more massive than the oil dough. So roll the oil dough into a sphere. Put it aside and do the same for all the other spheres until you reach the last sphere. So take the first water dough, press it into a disc, and then take the corresponding oil dough and wrap this oil dough with the water dough. Just seal all the seams. Shape it into a sphere. So put this aside. Do the same for all the other corresponding water and oil dough until you reach the last sphere. Then go back to the first sphere. Seam side up. Press it gently down. And we are going to roll it out into a rectangle that is about 20 cm by 10 cm. So So broaden it as well as lengthen it. Then roll it up into a cylinder as though you're rolling into a Swiss roll. So then to put it aside, do the same for all the others until you reach the last one. You should have about 2 to 3 complete spirals. Then take the first cylinder block. With the seam side up, press it gently down. Then we are going to lengthen and broaden it so that we'll get a rectangle of dimension 40 cm by 15 cm respectively. So by doing all this rolling, we are spreading the water dough, the oil dough evenly within the water dough. So roll it up again into a cylinder. You should have about 4 to 5 spirals, something like this. So put this aside and do the same for all the others until you reach the last cylinder. Then take the first cylinder. We are going to divide this into 3 equal smaller cylinders. Can you see how beautiful the layers and the different circles? Yep, so beautiful. So we're going to tilt the cylinder 45 degrees and gently press downwards to flatten. This is to ensure that the spiral pattern is skewed towards one side of our circle. When we make our crescent paths later on, this complete spiral pattern will be on one side of the paths, making it very beautiful. So roll it out into a circle of diameter 12 cm. So this is our filling that we did prior to this, and the eggs here, 1 hard-boiled egg, I have divided it into 6 sectors. So can you see that the spirals are on one side? So you turn it over and then with the beautiful spiral pattern underneath. Then fill it with 1 or 1.5 tablespoons of filling. You can also put in your egg, the sectors, the wedges. So then we are going to fold it and crimp the edges. Yep. So before you crimp, you just press them to seal. Okay, now let's do the crimping. This crimping ensures that the path has a good seal and adds a visually appealing decorative element to our paths. So you will have one side of the beautiful spiral pattern, the other side we don't have, yeah, just one side like that. Yeah, this is the side that you serve. Okay, so let's put this aside and then do the same until you reach the last crescent. Then we can fry now. So what we need to do is to bring sufficient oil, warm it up, or rather heat it up. Yep. So once it's nicely heated up over medium heat, we can then fry our curry puffs in batches. I have 18 curry puffs, so fry in 3 batches, yeah, 6 per batch. So try not to overcrowd our curry puffs. So we're going to fry it for about 8 minutes and turning the puffs from time to time. So you can see that eventually the puffs will slowly turn golden brown and the spirals open up and become very beautiful and apparent. Yeah, something like this. So it's time for us to remove it from the oil, yeah, because it's already turned golden brown. It's so beautiful. Okay, continue frying the other 2 batches. Yep, eventually you'll get all 18 beautiful curry puffs. These curry puffs are best enjoyed when still warm. They remain crispy and flaky for 3 to 4 hours. The spiral crust formed result in a delectable crunch that stay crispy even when they are cooled, making the puffs incredibly special snack. The uncooked curry puffs freeze very well. You can fry them without thawing just before serving. Look at the delicious chicken rendang filling. It pairs so well with the crispy, flaky and crumbly skin. Irresistible when freshly fried. Do give this recipe a try. Till we meet again in another video. As always, happy cooking!